20, 16.
You want to repeat yourself?
Don't make me get the warden because you insulted me and that is a crime.
This is racial
Who
discrimination.
do you think you
Oh my
are?
god, you sound like a bunch of spoiled brats. Do you ever stop arguing? Let's just take a hot second and breathe. Ready? In through our nose. And out through our mouth.
Wait,
I
what?
said! In through our nose. And out through our mouth. Now, I'd like to introduce myself. I'm Aaliyah Kaz, and who are you?
The name's Karen Brown.
Karen Smith.
I'm the Karen Reed.
Great.
And who are you? Why don't you call yourself your real name? Karen.
I just prefer it.
I bet she's ashamed to be called a Karen.
She doesn't have the balls to be a Karen. Look at her.
Why should I send my grandma away?
Hey, none of that. Anyway, what did you guys do to end up in prison?
Me first.
You always go first. Let someone else go first. Someone more important.
Let me tell you a story.
My name is Karen. Karen
Oh my
Brown.
Gosh! Let me tell you a story. My name is Karen. Karen Smith, to be exact. Now, I have one son. He is an angel. His name is Jason, and he's 11 years old now. He's amazing at soccer, I'll tell you. The best you've ever seen. Been playing since he could walk. Unlike all the other kids who've only started this year. Amateurs. Anyways, it was the first soccer game of the year, and of course I got all dressed up in my gear. The scarf, the beanie, the everything. I packed the minivan, and we were all set to go. But when I got there, everything was wrong. Riley's mum, Karen, yes, you heard me right, the same name as me, had brought cookies for the halftime snack. I was horrified. Who does she think she is? I have been the head member of the school soccer mum committee since it was funded by me 5 years ago. Everyone knows that I bring the snacks to the game. Not only did she go behind my back to bring food, she brought the worst food possible. Cookies. Doesn't she know my little Jason is gluten-free, lactose intolerant, and can't have sugar, only organically grown natural sweetener? Is she trying to kill him? What sort of sick joke is this? Cookies. For halftime. Who does she think she is? Of course, I do the only reasonable option. I gather all the other mums to the side of the field and tell them about how she is trying to poison our kids. Except they sided her, saying, oh no, Karen's really nice to bring in food. She offered to go buy alternatives for those who can't have the cookies. Blah, blah, blah. Outrageous. But you think that's bad? Wait till you hear about the referee. This uneducated idiot thought it would be a good idea to take my son off for the second half of the game. My son, Jason, can play better than every other kid on this sad little group of weaklings they call a team. After giving the referee a piece of my mind, he still wouldn't budge. I knew what I had to do. I pulled out my phone and began to record. This man is discriminating against me and my son. Do you want me to get the principal right now? Do you want to lose your job? Do ya? Huh? And to get the principal is exactly what I did. No one else is in the room where it happened. The room where it happened. The room where it happened. No one else saw what I did to him. What I did to him. What I did to him. No one else saw what I did to him. To get him back and get my revenge. I just dug my knife deep and stabbed him 9 times. Then police were called and I was arrested, and now I'm serving a 2-year sentence for stabbing the principal 9 times.
And what happened to Jason?
Oh, he went to another school, but the other Karen had nothing happen to her. No, Karen's great for the soccer team. She's the new captain, not me. And there's cookies at every halftime snack. Oh, she makes me so mad!
Oh my God, Karen, give it a rest. Let someone else have a turn. We've all heard this story too many times now to actually get it there anymore.
I didn't smell anything.
Oh, you didn't. Karen S is just an annoying piece of shit.
Yes, I look perfect. fish, so I went to the pet shop to buy myself a pet fish named Cordelia. She was going to be beautiful. She was going to be the Barbie of the fish world. She was going to be the most beautiful, sexy, flying fish you had ever seen. It would take whatever castle in it, and in the freshest of water and most expensive minerals you could buy. So I went down to the pet shop to look at all the fish for sale until I found the one, Cordelia, on $165 white and orange, fully grown goldfish. I went to find the attendant, and ew, he was old, ugly, smelled funny, and had food leftovers in his beard. He was awfully close to me the entire fish shop encounter, always bumping into me when he walked past, always staring intensely at me. Like, I know I'm pretty, really pretty. But I was pretty as Barbie. Anyways, he had everything I need to make Cordelia's home as beautiful as it could be. He made me pay $350 for Cordelia, the castle, and generic fish food, because apparently generic fish is better for Cordelia than premium goldfish food. And next week, I awoke to a horrible scene. Cordelia was dead. I looked around to see what would have happened until I looked on the back of the generic fish food. Do not feed to goldfish. The pet shop man was a fish murderer, so I did what every 16-year-old girl does. Fish party, a party that ends. Someone puts the fish down their throat. Let's go revenge. Party with me and Cordelia. A party with revenge for the sun. So, like, super long story short, some men can't hold their arsenic or a fish down their throat.
You killed someone with arsenic and your dead goldfish? You're 16. You basically ruined your life because you're going to be spending the rest of it here in prison.
Yeah, but I'm like the prettiest one in prison. I'll make the Regina George shirt. I'll probably prison.
Are you done asking questions yet, Honey Cows? Is it time for my story yet?
Exactly.
Beautiful. So, my name is Karen, but you probably already knew that already because... duh. Anyway, some people think that to be a Karen, you must be some cranky, stuck-up old biddy with no sense of style and as serious like a pan cream. And true. I mean, just look at me, smoothest pinkies in all of the land. I like to think we're just misunderstood. The world is against us. It's us against the world. But Karen, how'd you get your hair so shiny? Oh my God, Brandon, thanks for asking. So, I was only 9 years old. I had already been awarded the crown a record 16 times in my local junior miss pageant. And when you're this pretty and talented, even basic maths doesn't stand in your way. But I wanted more, you know? I could dance, sure. I could sing, whatever. I could recite the alphabet forwards and backwards while balancing a plate atop my head, touching my nose and running my belly at the same time. But no matter how good I got, people still treated me like a child, a juvenile, like some total amateur. But they would see. They would all see. Because I'm popular. I am so popular. I am the best Karen that you'll ever see. I have the perfect smile and the perfect teeth. Perfect hair, know just what to wear. Everything you're gonna need to be popular. Me, I'm so incredibly popular. I would drive every day, cover up those grays, use makeup to add shine. But most of all, I am beautiful. One day, I'm going to be awarded the crown for the ultimate Grand Prix pageant winner, and finally get the goddamn respect that I rightfully deserve. And maybe, just maybe, Mommy will finally say that she loves me. You hear that, Mom? You're gonna love me even if it kills you. Some people think that with age comes beauty. But what do they know? When you peak at the age of 9, it's all downhill from there. Fewer crowns, fewer adoring fans, until one day, bam! You're a nobody. Like that guy. I had to think fast. I could always have a child of my own, but those no ales giving up this body to some spoiled snot-nosed rat. Am I right? Who's with me? This one gets it. High five, girlfriend. Oh my God, you see that? They just tried to touch me. Has anyone ever touched someone with a name like... Sorry, what was your name? What was your name? Say something. Children. I suppose I could try and steal a kid. No, they definitely frown on that. What to do? Dog shows. They're basically the same thing, right? Only one problem. I'm allergic to dogs. So, I did the next best thing. I went on down to my local pet store and found the next best thing. A chicken. But no! Apparently it's against the rules. I'm not technically a dog, and a violation of animal rights to make chicken walk on all fours. Love. So, I did what any reasonable Karen would do. Sabotage. I bribed the judges, I poisoned the other contestants, I changed the very rules of the contest itself. I did everything in my power so that I would win. And would you look at that? I did. I have the crown now. Stuck on that one, Mom. I won. Now you have to love me. But of course, as usual, Mommy had to go and spoil everything by blabbing to the cops. Told them everything I'd done. They took away my crown. Now I have to spend the next 25 years of my life here. But not to worry. Before those handcuffs destroy these perfectly moisturized hands of mine, I poisoned him on his rat poisoning for not loving me enough.
So let me get this straight. You bribed the adjudicator, poisoned the other contestants, rigged the competition, and nearly killed your mother.
Yep. And the best thing is that I'm still pretty unpopular, so it's a whip all back.
All right, Karen, turns over. Go back to sleep.
Excuse me, Karen, but what the hell did you just say to me?
I said step aside, bitch, it turns over.
He tips the both of you. Karen.
Yes!
Let her have a turn. She's new, and she hasn't yet had a chance before we get back at answers.
Thank you, Karen. Now. Apparently. So, I go down to the coffee shop like I do every single morning at 8 a.m. sharp. The baristas know me, so usually my order is perfect. But no, they had to hire some poor pathetic child who looked about 8 to work there. I go up to her and I ask my regular order, and she's like, "Excuse me? I'm new here and I obviously don't know who orders I've never seen you before in my entire existence. What kind of coffee do you want, lady?" The barista turned around and apologized on behalf of the poor, pathetic halfling and made my order. Meanwhile, I did the unthinkable and ordered a pumpkin and zucchini quiche and asked for it to be heated up. The child looked through my order and charged me $15 for a quiche and a coffee. Surprisingly, I said thank you and waited for my order to be made. Coffee was first. I was very happy with the coffee. Just the right amount of sweetness. Holy royal sweetness. The quiche was next. The child pulled it out of the oven 3 minutes after the timer had gone off because she was serving some other lady. The lady had mixed match clothing, odd socks, clear regrown hair. She looked absolutely ridiculous. And 3 minutes after the timer had gone off. 3 minutes! My quiche was way too hot to eat, plus it was burnt. I go up to the child and ask for a refund. And she says, "Wow, you're a bitch, did you know that? If you were nicer, have more friends, a half-decent life, and actually be nice. way. Your lace front's starting to show, boo. I lost it. I undid the lid of my coffee and proceeded to yell at the poor pathetic halfling and then proceeded to throw my coffee and the quiche at the child. I got escorted out of the cafe, but given free coffee and quiche because that child was way out of line, then I called the police. But I got arrested for attacking the girl with a pair of scissors and cutting her head as well as burning her with coffee and quiche. Let's just say I'm never going back to that cafe.
So you threw a cup of hot coffee and a quiche straight out of the oven at somebody because they got your order wrong and gave you sass.
Yeah. Do you want to teach a brat a lesson?
By cutting her hair with a pair of scissors.
Yes.
You're nuts.
Are you not nuts?
Shut your goddamn mouth, you need. You had your turn for calling my ass? Like professional. Show you how it's done. So I'm going to tell you a story. I had an experience the other day that left me with no hope for the new generation of adults. They simply cannot get anything right. So I was in this beautiful ice creamery, quite quaint. So bright. It gave me hope for a delicious dessert. I needed it, you see. I was having the most rotten day. Everyone was cutting me off on the roads. I was late to my provider's class, spilled coffee all over my pants. And to top it all off, I was late to work. After dealing with an enormous amount of incompetent people and their issues for 30 minutes, I took my lunch break. I decided I needed a little treat. So, I walk into this ice cream ring, and there are so many options to choose from. There's creamy ice creams, nutty ice creams, fruity ice creams, and an impeccable selection of sorbets. I decided to go with the classic. Stephen, strawberry, sorbet. I was ready to have a transcendent moment when I took the first bite. It was like I had bitten into the skull of Satan. Shoo-ah, hey-ah, shoo-ah, and then I kept it for you, because I asked for sorbet and not fucking ice cream. It's my life mission and my way of life to escape and remain lactose free. I'm lactose intolerant. Lactose intolerant, yes I am. It's a really big deal because I might die. And you know what? Nobody seems to care. Except for me. He gave me a milk-based ice cream. I could die from the amount of dairy in one single scoop of ice cream. So I walked back into that store and I asked for a refund and to speak to the manager. I did everything in my divine right to get this refund. But no! Apparently the customer isn't always right and I can't get my refund. So I did what any sane person would do. I locked them both in the walk-in freezer. And whoops, they died.
You killed somebody because they gave you ice cream instead of sorbet.
Of course I did. They were trying to murder me. I could have died from one more bite of that ice cream, so I murdered them.
You might be able to get on your bad side.
Too late.
It's your turn, Auntie Cass. What's your story?
Yeah, what are you doing here?
Oh, you did She's not a real Karen, remember?
Fine, fine. I'll tell you. You read that? The barista at Starbucks today cried when she saw the name on my cup. They got my order wrong, but I didn't mind. People make mistakes. The maitre d' at the place that I went to for lunch was positively delightful until he asked what name the booking was under. Oh, it's a booking for Karen, I said, as I watched the smile leave his face. Still, maybe he was having a bad day. It's not my place to judge. But you know, myself as Auntie Kaz, and that works for a little while, but then eventually someone will find out, and it's straight back to Villaintown. Unfortunately, bad Karens do exist. And that's not my fault. There's so many other names these awful people could have had. Why did it have to be mine? I just want to be able to order a coffee, or buy some ice cream, or go watch a soccer match without everybody watching me like I'm about to explode in a torrent of rage all over their quiet little store. Maybe I should just change my name. I could be Susie. Or Poppy! No one can ever be mad at a Poppy just for existing. Is it too catchy though? How about Jessica? There's so many Jessicas in the world, nobody would ever notice another one. No, actually, no. I'm not changing my name because I'm perfect. I'm perfect, just the way I am. Come on, Kaz, you're not a real Karen. Or are you? You're not up yourself and you don't ask for the manager. Are you a Karen? Come on, Kaz, snap out of it. Don't let them turn you bad. Stay strong and nice. It's just a bunch of girls with rotten roots and all that. I'm Auntie Kaz. Fuck that shit. I'm a Karen. My name is Karen Summers, and I'm going to teach people that your name doesn't determine what kind of person you are or how you behave, and that sometimes maybe you should be mad at Poppy, or Steve, or Bob, or Susie. I'm going to show people to appreciate the person that's standing right in front of them, and it's going to start with me. My name is Karen Summers, and I'm going to single-handedly change the world and make it a better place. And no one's going to stand in my way. And I mean no one, because I am a Karen.
Wait, is my hearing?